All right, let's start on number 7. It says the cost of 3 boxes of envelopes and 4 boxes of newspaper is $13.25. The 2 boxes of envelopes and 6 boxes of notebook paper cost $17. Okay, so let's take a look. Let me erase this, guys. Let's start off with equation 1. This is going to give us equation 1. And let's take a look at it. So 3 boxes of envelopes and 4 boxes of notebook paper. Well, we don't know. It says find the cost of each. We know the cost of neither. So let's let X be the cost of the envelopes. And you could let X be the cost of the notebook paper. It doesn't matter. All right, but I'm gonna let X be the cost of envelopes. And I'm gonna let Y be the cost of the notebook paper. So always define your variables first so you'll know what X is and what Y is. All right, so 3 boxes of envelopes, so that's going to be 3X. And then 4 boxes of notebook paper, so that's going to be 4Y, equals to $13.25. Let me write that a little bit. I don't like the way that looks. That looks better. And then the second equation will come from this. 2 boxes of envelopes and 6 boxes of notebook paper cost $17. So this is going to be, okay. This is going to be 2 boxes of envelopes. That's going to be 2X plus 6 boxes of notebook paper plus 6Y equals to $17. I'm definitely going to use elimination. Let's see. I'll get rid of the X's. So if I want to work on the X's, I need a common multiple. Let's do 6 and -6, guys. All right, I'm going to make this top one 6. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. I'm going to make the bottom one -6. So I need to multiply by -3. All right, let's rewrite this one. 6X, 8Y. And if you double 13.25, you get 26.50. Okay, let's look at this one. That's -6X and -18Y and -51. All right, and these, let's see, these are going to cancel. All right, those are going to cancel. I'm going to do it in a different color. I don't like it all in the same. That's going to be -10Y. And I got 51 minus 26.50. That's going to give me -24.50. And divide both sides by -10. Let's push that decimal one place to the left. That's going to give me $2.45. But I saw for Y, and Y was the cost of the notebook. So notebook paper costs $2.45. $2.45. Now I just need to find the envelope, cost of the envelope. Okay, so the cost of the envelope, that was X. Just find an X. You can use this X, this X, this X, or this X. I don't care. Let's use this X, the X in this equation right here. I'm doing this one. 2X plus 6Y equals to 17. I don't care what X you pick. All right, I'm going to put a Y of, because we know the notebook paper, which was Y, is $2.45. So let's just put that in. So I have 2X plus 6 times 2.45 equals to 17. So 2X plus 2.45 times 6 is going to give us 1470. Then I'm going to subtract 1470 from both sides. So 2X equals 2, okay, $2.30. And when you divide both of those by 2, you get an X. Half of 2.30 is $1.15. So the envelope, cost of the envelope is $1.15. I should say cost of an envelope, but you all know what I mean. So I have my two answers. So my two answers are the notebook paper costs $2.45 and the envelopes cost $1.15. That's all you do. All right, pause the video and you try 8. Now let's take a look at 8. This is what you should have gotten. All right, the cost of 12 oranges and 7 apples is $5.36. All right, so it goes on to say that 8 oranges and 5 apples cost $3.68. I want to find the cost of each. Okay, so I don't know the cost. Let's let X be the cost of the orange. And let's let Y be the cost of the apple. Okay, so let's do the one in green first. The cost of 12 oranges and 7 apples. So it's going to be 12x plus 7y. And we know it's equal to $5.36. And then, of course, the other equation, 8 oranges. So 8x plus 5 apples. So that's plus 5y equals to $3.68. $3.68. And that's a decimal. Okay. Definitely let's use substitution again. Let's see. I'll do the y's in this case. I don't care which one you do. So we got 5 and 7. Let's multiply this by 5 to get positive 35. Because I'm going for a 35 and a negative 35, guys. So that's going to give me positive 35, and this would give me negative 7. Now, you may not have done it this way, but you should end up with the same answer. So let's multiply or distribute the 5. That's going to give me 60x plus 35y. I'm just distributing 5. And then what's $5.36 times 5? 26.80. And then here, that's going to give me negative 56x minus 35y. Now I just need to do $3.68 times 7. That's going to give me negative 25.76. All right, and my y's cancel. And that's going to leave me with, these two leave me with 4x. And I need to do 26.80 minus 25.76, $1.04. Divide both sides by 4. X, let's divide them by 4 and see what we get. 26 cents. What's X? Ooh, the cost of an orange is 26 cents. It's just cheap orange. Okay. All right, so the cost of an orange is 26 cents. And now I just need to find the cost of an apple. So the apple is Y, so you can put the 26, solve for, hold on. You can put the X of 26 cents in right here, 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 or here. I'm going to go with the top one. 12x plus 7y equals to $5.36. Okay, let's see. Remember, X, the cost of an orange is 26 cents. Okay, so we're going to end up with 12 times 26, 26 cents, plus 7y equals to $5.36. Okay, what's 26 cents times 12? 312. So that's 312 for 12 oranges. $3.12 plus 7y equals to 536. I don't like the limited amount of space I got for this. So I'm going to subtract 312 from both sides. Guys, I'm sorry that I'm writing into the other problem, but And I'm going to bring down 7y. So you got 536 minus that 312 is 224. Divide both sides by 7. And what's the cost of an apple? 32 cents. And that's all you have to do. All right, I'm going to skip 9. 9 is like number 8 and number 7. Let's see what 10 looks like. Pretty much the same type of problem. Let's take a look at 11. Okay, let's do 11 together, okay? All right, it says a garden supply store sells 2 types of lawnmowers. So here's equation 1. The smaller mower costs $249.99 and the larger mower costs $329.99. Okay. If 30 total mowers were sold and the total sales for a given year was $8,379.70, and our goal is to find how many of each type were sold. So how many small mowers and how many large mowers. Okay, so I'm going to let X be the small mowers, number of small mowers. And I'm going to let Y equal, and you could have let Y be the number of small mowers. I don't care. All right, I'm going to let Y be the number of large mowers. So let's take what we know. The small mowers cost that amount, and the large mowers cost this amount. Okay. So this is going to be the coefficient of small mowers. Small mowers is X, coefficient of X, and then because this is the cost of the larger mower, it's going to be the coefficient of Y. Okay. And I know that when you buy X of these at this cost and Y of these at this cost, the total amount that they paid was $8,379.70. So let's go with the coefficient of the X plus the coefficient for Y and Y. Okay, $329.99. So when I bought X of these at that cost plus Y large mowers at that cost, so X small mowers at this cost, Y large mowers at this cost, then the total sales was $8,379.70. Okay. What else do I know? All right, I know that a total of 30 mowers were sold. It didn't tell us how many were large and how many were small. I just know that altogether there were 30 of them. So I know that the number of small mowers plus the number of large mowers, so X plus Y simply equals, not X equal, X plus Y simply equals to 30. And that is just the number of small mowers. I put movers. Plus the number of large mowers equals 30. That's what that means. Okay. So this top equation deals with price. And the bottom equation deals with quantity. Quantity is just a number, okay? Top equation is price and the bottom equation is quantity. on these up here, all of these were like this equation also dealt with, the top one dealt with price because it gave me the price. And then the bottom one also dealt with price because it gave me price. Same thing for this one. This one dealt with, this equation dealt with price because the price was $13.25 and this price was $17. So both of my equations involve price. Whereas when you get to this one, only the top equation involves price, and this 30 lawnmowers involves quantity, or the number, the total number, okay? All right, so I want you to understand the difference between two price equations and one price and one quantity equation in a system. For this one, I'm definitely going to use substitution. So I'm going to solve for y. So we'll end up with x equals to negative y plus 30, or you can do 30 minus y. I don't care. All right, so let's change. We know x is going to equal to that. Let's go back into the other equation. Let's go back here and change the x to negative y plus 30. And I know I definitely don't have enough room. I'm going to try to squeeze it in, guys, okay? I'm going to have to make this smaller. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to write this equation down. 249.99 x plus 329.99 y equals to 8,379.70. And I'm going to change this part right here to this, okay? 249.99 times negative y plus 30 plus 329.99y equals to, again, 8,379.70, okay? Now let's use the distributive property. That'll give me negative 249.99 y. And let's multiply these. 249.99 times 30. 7,499.7, which is 70 cents. All right, and then I'm going to bring down plus 329.99y. Again, equals, trying to make it fit, 8,379.70. That's a zero, okay? That's 70. Okie dokie. Let's take these two and combine like terms. 329.99 minus 249.99 equals 80. So I have 80y when I combine those two, plus $7,499.70 equals to $8,379.70. Now I'm just going to subtract this from both sides. So I end up with 80y equals to, let's see. Okay, here we go. 8,379.70 minus 7,499.70. So 880. Divide both sides by 80, and y divided by 80, let's see, equals 11. Okay, so what was y? Y was the number of quantity of what? Okay, large mowers. Y was the large mowers. Okay, so, all right, so I know it had to be 11 large mowers were sold. So now all I have to do is figure out how many small mowers were sold. So I'm going to go back over here to that equation and change my y to 11. So x equals to negative 11 plus 30. So that's going to give me 19. And that's x. So x equals to 19. And x is the number of small mowers, okay? So whereas I had 11 large mowers, here I have 19 small moors were sold. And 11 plus 19 is 30, okay? Hope that made sense, guys. Okay, let's do another one with price and quantity instead of the two equations again. Like this top equation involved price and that involved price. This involved price and that involved price because they were both equal to some price, okay? But when you got to number 11, it was one equation involved price and the other equation involved quantity, the number of, okay, the total number of. If this one is like that. Yeah, I think this one is like that. Okay, yeah, this one is like that. Let's take a look at number 12. All right, the town recreation department ordered a total of 100 baseballs and bats for the summer baseball camp. So together, 100 baseballs and bats were sold. Okay, so this definitely deals with quantity. That means the total number of baseballs and bats. So those two put together equal 100. And then I got another equation dealing with price. Baseballs cost $4.50. That's going to be the coefficient for baseballs. And bats cost 20. That's going to be the coefficient for bats. And that's going to be a price problem. So let's see how much it equals. For the price, the total purchase was $8.22. All right, so this one involves price. So I got quantity and price. How many of each item was ordered? So let's let X be the number of baseballs ordered. And let's set Y equal to the number of bats ordered. Okay, let's set up our price equation. Now, let me set up the quantity equation because it's on the top. Okay, let's do the quantity. Okay, how many did they sell all together? So X plus Y had to equal to a quantity of 100. All right, that's supposed to be a U. All right, let's do price. So what was the price altogether? It was $8.22. Well, to get the price, I need to take the $4.50, the coefficient for baseballs, and put it with X because that's baseball. So that's $4.50X plus 20 will go with the bats. So 20, a cost of 20 for each Y bats. Okay. And I know the total price was $8.22. So that's my price equation. So I got my quantity equation and my price equation. All right. Again, I'm going to use substitution, guys. Okay. Let's take the top equation and solve for, I don't know, I'll solve for Y this time. I'm going to subtract X. So Y, you can put 100 minus X or negative X plus 100. I have a tendency to write my variable first. So I know the Y equals this. I'm going to go back over here and change Y to negative X plus 100. So 450X plus 20 times negative X plus 100 equals to 822. Okay. So I got 450X, and that's going to give me negative 20X. And then here, positive 2,000. Okay, let's put our two like terms together. So what's 20 minus 4.50? 1550. Negative 1550X plus 2,000 equals to 822. And let's subtract that 2,000 from both sides. So negative 1550X equals to, 2,000 minus 822, 1,178. And just divide both sides by negative 15.50. Oh, that's negative right there, guys, because it's more to the left. Okay. Make sure you put your negative right here. All right, and let's take that and divide it by 15.50. 76. And what was X? Bats or baseballs? Let's see. X was the number of baseballs. So 76 baseballs were ordered. And all you got to do to find the number of bats that were ordered is change your X to 76. I don't care which one you go to. I'm going to use this one. Let me see if I can get this highlighter working. Okay. All right. It won't work. I'm going to have to do it in red. I'm going to use this. Okay. I could have used that or I could have used that. Just find an X and change it to 76. I'm going to use this one. Y equals to negative 76 plus 100. So Y, what is 76 minus 100? 24. Okay. So 24 bats were ordered. And that's all you do. All right, let's take a look at this one and see if it's a quantity. Yeah, 13 is a quantity and price problem. One equation will be quantity and the other equation will be price. So go ahead and pause the video and see if you can do 13 for me, okay? All right, this is what you should have gotten. It says a group of 40 children attended a baseball game on a field trip. So that's going to be quantity. That tells me the total number that went, 40, okay? All right. Each child received either a hot dog or a bag of popcorn. All right, so we got hot dogs and popcorns. Hot dog and popcorn. The hot dogs are $2.25, so this will be the coefficient of the hot dogs, and the popcorn was $1.75. That'll be a coefficient of popcorn. Because it's dealing with price, this would be a price equation that I write right here. And then the total bill was $83.50. So the ones I have, let me put them in black. What I'm underlining in black will be one entire equation because all of that is dealing with price, okay? How many hot dogs and bags of popcorn were purchased? So let's let X be the number of hot dogs. And let's Y be the number of bags of popcorn. Well, if 40 children attended, that means that altogether these two had to sum up to 40, okay? Because it's 40 people ate. So out of the 40 people, some of them got hot dogs and some of them got popcorn. So I know that X plus Y had to be 40. The number of hot dogs plus the number of bags of popcorn had to equal to 40 because there were 40 children, 40 people eating, okay? And it says each child received either a hot dog or a bag of popcorn. They didn't get both. So that either or lets us know that it's one or the other. So the two added together had to equal to 40 because it was 40 people. All right, so that's going to take care of my quantity equation. Now I need to work on my price equation. All right, so the coefficient for the hot dogs had to be 2.25. So 2.25 per hot dog plus $1.75 per bag of popcorn, and a bag of popcorn is Y. And then the bill was, or the price was $83.50. Again, I'm going to use substitution. All right, but I'm going to substitute here. X plus Y equal to 40. I'm going to solve for X. So X is equal to negative Y plus 40. All right, let's take this and put it in a place of X. Okay, so when you substitute, use one to break down, you plug it into the other one, so it'll go in right there. Okay, let's work on that. All right. So let's do 225, and x is going to change to negative y plus 40. I don't know if all of this is going to fit. Let me make this thinner. Plus $1.75y equals to $83.50. $83.50. So we're going to end up, when we distribute here, with negative 225y plus 225. 225 times 40 is 90. So plus 90 plus $1.75y equals to $83.50. All right, guys. So I'm going to combine like terms. There'll be this one and that one. Let's subtract because they're different. A quarter is going to be 50 cents. So that's going to be negative 0.5y plus 90 equals to 83.50. And let's subtract 90 from both sides. I hate that these spaces are so tiny. I keep running out of room. So that's negative 0.5y equals to, let's put me at 84, $6.50. I'm going to have to go down into the other problem. I know it's messy, guys. That's going to be negative 2. Yeah, I'm going to have to go down into this problem, okay? I'm sorry. All right, I'm going to have to go down here. I'm just going to rewrite this down here, okay? I hope that doesn't confuse anybody. Then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 0.5. How many 50 cents are in $6.50? 13. And what does y represent? Let me go back up here and see. Y is the price of, the number of, not price, but number of bags of popcorn. So let's set this 13 is 13 bags of popcorn. And to find the number of hot dogs, just go back and change y. I'm going to change this y to 13. I could have changed this y to 13, that y to 13. That would have been crazy, though, because that's too many decimals. Let's go with the easiest one. So that one is going to be negative 13 plus 40. Basically 40 minus 13, guys. It's 27. And x is the number of hot dogs, so that would be 27 hot dogs. And that is all you do. All right, I'm not going to do 14. 14 is another quantity and price system. Your quantity is 548, and all those involve price. Let me see, 15. 15 adult tickets for the school. Musical sold for $3.50 and students sold for $2.50. On a given night, 321 tickets were sold. That's another quantity. There's your quantity. It's trying to trick you, but you should know that adult tickets, that's the coefficient for adult tickets. This is the coefficient for student tickets. And this is your price. So on this one, you would have a quantity and price. Your quantity would be, I'm not going to solve it. I'm going to let X be the number of adult tickets. It's just wording it weird. Y is going to be the number of student tickets. And you're going to have a quantity equation. So I can see that 321 tickets were sold. So X plus Y would have to equal to 321. And then as the price is concerned, what it did is it kind of broke it up. It put part of it here, all in one sentence, and then it threw the price down here in the other one, but it's still dealing with price. So that would be 350X plus 250Y equals to the price of $937.50. It just kind of like put one part of the price equation in one sentence and the other part of the price equation in another sentence. But don't let that fool you. Just make one price equation and one quantity equation if you have it like this, okay? All right, let's take a look at 16. This is price and quantity too. All right, I'm still dealing with coins. All right, so on 16 it says a collection of dimes and nickels is worth $3.30. That's price. 42, if there are 42 coins in all, that's quantity, guys. How many of each coin are there? So let's do this. Let's let X equals to the number of dimes. And let's let Y equal to the number of nickels. And I don't care which one you let be X and Y. And you don't have to keep using X and Y. You can use A and B. Okay, C and D, E and F. I don't care. Just pick two letters and define them so I can know which one will be your dimes and which one will be your nickels. And I know somebody is looking up here and saying, if that's a price equation, where are my coefficients for the dime? Well, your coefficient for the dime is the value of a dime. The value of a dime is 10 cents. And your coefficient for the nickel is the value of a nickel, which is 5 cents. Okay? So this is the coefficient of the dime. And this is the coefficient of the nickel. That's what it's worth. So whenever you have these coin problems and you don't know what goes with X or what goes with Y, when you're writing your price equation, just tell me the value of the coin. That's your coefficient. All right, so let's do the quantity equation first. 42 coins in all, so that's my quantity. That's the number in all. So I know that X plus Y equals to 42. And then I'm going to do the price equation. Well, I know altogether it's worth, or the price is $3.30. It's not a price, but that's the value. All right, so this 10 cent is going to be we'll go with my dime. So 10 cents is going to go with X. And then 5 cents is going to go it's the nickel. It's going to go with Y. So let's write these equations. All right, so 10 cents X plus 5 cents Y equals to $3.30. That's my price equation. So that means X number of dimes times 10 cents plus Y number of nickels times 5 cents is $3.30. All right, let's use substitution. All right, so let's go here and I'm going to use substitution with this one. Okay, so X plus Y equal to 42. I'm going to write X equals to negative Y plus 42 because I'm going to subtract Y from both sides. All right, so here I know that this is going to replace X right there. So let's go here and replace X. So let's 10 cents X. X changes to negative Y plus 42. And I'm going to run out of room again. Plus a nickel times Y equals $3.30. Well, here we go. We're running out of room. Negative 10 cents Y plus 42 times 0.10 is 420 plus a nickel Y equals 330. Okay. Now I just got to combine like terms. So here are my like terms. What's 10 cents minus a nickel? 5 cents. But it's going to be negative. Negative 5 cents Y plus 420 equals 330. Gosh, I'm going to have to go down here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to rewrite this. So I'm going to subtract 420 from both sides. These cancel. Let's bring that down. And 330, 70, 90 cents. Negative 90 cents. And you're going to divide both sides by 0.5, negative 0.05. Divide both sides by a negative nickel. And just think how many nickels make 90 cents? 18 of them. Let's see. So Y is 18. So 18 nickels. So, and then to find X. To find X, just change. You can change, that's a Y. So change this Y to 18, change that Y to 18, or change that Y to 18. I'm going over here. I'm going to change this one to 18. So for that particular equation right here, it's X equals to negative 18 plus 42. Okay, so we got 42 minus 18. 42 minus 18 is 24. And X is 24, so X is your number of dimes. So that's 24 dimes. 18 nickels and 24 dimes, guys. So still just quantity and price. But now keep in mind, if you have coins, your coefficient for the coin is the value of the coin. So I'm going to help you with number 17. I'm not going to solve it for you. But I do want to set it up, okay? Let's see. And then I'll go and do something like 18. I'm at like 19. All right, let's take a look at 17. I got to erase this, guys. Not going to solve it, but we're going to set up the two equations. Mary has a collection of nickels and quarters that total value is $4.90. This is going to be price. And your coefficient for the nickel will be 5 cents. Your coefficient for the quarter will be 25 cents, the value of it. And then she has 42 coins total. That's going to represent your quantity equation. How many of each kind are there? So I'm going to go with the quantity. First, I'm going to let X equal to, I'm going to do the nickel. Number of nickels. You always got to define those variables first. I'm going to let Y equal to the number of quarters. So you're going to end up with X plus Y equals to 42. And then that's the quantity equation, guys. And then for the price equation, you got nickels. So your coefficient for the nickels is 5 cents. And that's your nickels is X. And the coefficient for Y, which represents your quarters, is going to be 25 cents. And it's going to value to $4.90. And then you could just use substitution. You could use elimination if you want to. Let me go ahead and work this one with elimination. Let's do the nickel. So I am going to erase that. I'm going to show you how to work. Let me show you how to work this one using elimination. And I'm just going to multiply this by negative 0.05. So then I have opposite coefficients. So this will end up being negative 0.05x minus 0.05y. And then when I multiply here, 0.505 times 42, that'd be negative 2.1 or negative $2.10. And I'm just going to transfer this equation over. These are going to cancel. And then 25 cents minus a nickel is simply 20 cents. I'm just going to put 0.2 because 0.2 is the same as 0.20, same as 20 cents. All right, so 0.2y equals to, you got $4.90 minus $2.10, $2.80. Okay, and just divide both sides by 0.2. 14. So y is 14, so it's 14 quarters. I'll be honest. I like elimination better than I do substitution on these decimal problems. And then for the y, you can just, for the x, I'm going to use this equation. It's simple. X plus y equals to 42, and I'm going to change y to 14. X plus 14 equals to 42. Subtract 14 from both sides. 42 minus 14. Oh, it's much easier. So 28 nickels. Substitution is a lot of work, okay? So I'm going to show you something. If you would have used substitution on number 16, let's see what we could have done. So I'm going to go back to this, to our original equations. I'm just going to set it up with elimination. I'm not going to work it or solve it, okay? So I could have chosen to get rid of the y. So this y is a nickel again. Let's change multiple. You know, let's do the one with x. Okay, let's do x. So instead of 10 cents, let's do negative 10 cents to make opposite coefficients. So negative 10 cents x, negative 10 cents y, and then here is going to be negative 4.2. And then just slide this over. These would cancel, so you end up with a negative nickel, and then a negative 90 cents. I need to make it look like mine at 90 cents, guys. And divide both sides by a nickel. How many nickels make 90 cents? 18. There you go. Then just, you could use substitution here. I said I wasn't going to work, and I worked it. Sorry. So when you solve, x again is 24. When you subtract 18 from both sides. Yeah, much easier to use substitution, guys. So I probably, not elimination, I probably would use elimination on those quantity and price problems. Substitution gets to be a lot of work. All right, let's go down and look at these two. All right, Mrs. Wilson tells you that the next test is worth 100 points and contains 38 problems. Okay. Multiple choice questions are worth 2 points and word problems are worth 5. This is a quantity and value problem. How many of each type of question are there? So let's see. Let's let X be the number of multiple choice. Okay. I'm just going to put MC for multiple choice because I'm being lazy. And let Y be the number of word problems. Okie dokie. So my quantity. Let's see. There are a total of 38 problems on there. So the number of multiple choice plus the number of word problems should equal to 38 problems. That's my quantity. Some people might have been thinking the quantity is 100 points. No, no, no. X is the number of multiple choice problems. Y is the number of word problems. Problems. This amount of problems plus that number of problems equal that number of problems. Problems, which I hope we don't have, but you know they'll test. All right, so now let's get the value. Instead of price, it's the test value, okay? The total value. So my value comes from these multiple choice are worth 2 points. That's your coefficient for the X because there's multiple choice. And then the word problems are worth 5. So 5 is your coefficient for the Y because that's word problems. And so the value of the multiple choice plus the value of the word problems equal a total value of 100. Or instead of test value, you could go with test worth. Okay? Worth. and worth all go in one equation. So the 38 represent the quantity of problems. And then the other equation represented the worth of the test, okay? All right, so let's get the worth of the test. Well, you got 2 points per multiple choice plus 5 points per word problem equals a total worth of 100. And I am going to use elimination. I'm going to multiply each side, this top equation by -5 to get rid of the y. You could have multiplied by -2 to get rid of the x, but I chose the negative, meant the y. So that's going to give me -5x minus 5y. Let's see, 38 times 5. 38 times 5, that'd be -190. And then just slide this one over. 2x plus 5y equals to 100. These will cancel, so that would give me -3x equals to -90. Divide both sides by -3, and x is equal to 30. X represents the number of multiple choice. 30 multiple choice problems are on the test, and the remaining 8 have to be word problems. But if you want to show that using math, I'm going to use this equation here, and I'm going to change x to 30. So 30 plus y equals to 38. Everybody knows when you subtract 30 from both sides, or 30 plus 8 gives you the 38. So 38, so 8 word problems on the test. And that's all you do. All right, guys, you're going to pause the video and try number 20, and then I'll go over it. And that'll be the last one. You can work on your homework, okay? All right, this is what number 20 should look like. All right, it says, Miss Snow decides to give a test worth 90 points that contains 25 questions. All right, so 90 points is the actual worth of the test, value of the test. And 25 actually deals with the number of problems on the test, okay? All right, let's go on. Multiple choice questions are worth 3 points. So that's going to go with the 90 because it's worth and worth. And word problems are worth 4 points. Worth. So the 4 will go with the 92 in that equation. All right, how many of each type of question are there? So this is another quantity, and instead of quantity and price, it's quantity and worth problem. I'm going to let x equal to the number of multiple choice. I'm just going to do MC, number of multiple choice problems. And y has to be the number of word problems. And let's build the quantity one. Quantity equation. How many are there? 25. So that means x plus y equals to 25. And let's build the test worth. The worth. Okay, multiple choice, that worth 3. So that becomes the coefficient for x. The problems, word problems are worth 4. That's the coefficient for y. And the total worth of the test is 90. All right, and I'm going to use substitution, not substitution, but elimination. So that would give me, I'm eliminating the x, guys. I could eliminate the y by multiplying by -4. But that would give me -3x minus 3y equals to -75. Here, that's 3x plus 4y equals to 90. These x's cancel, so that's going to be 1y, just y, equals to 15. Yeah. 15y is word problems. 15 word problems. Hold on one second. I eliminated y in that one. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I didn't eliminate the same variable last time. Last time I eliminated y. This time I eliminated x. I'm trying to show you both of them. All right. So 15 word problems, and then to figure out your number of multiple choice, you can just do, you know, that 25 on there. So if 15 of them are word problems, 10 of them have to be multiple choice. But if you don't know that, go back to x plus y equals to 25 and simply change your y to 15. So x plus 15 equals to 25. Subtract 15 from both sides. So x is equal to 10, and 10 is multiple choice problems. Okay, I think the dog got loose. All right, guys, try your homework for me, okay? Thank you.